What's up, guys? It's Vash here. Today I just wanted to, since there's a lot of like conflicts on what character is good, what character should I build, yada yada yada. I decided to make my own analytic. Just a heads up, this is gonna be based on something that, in my point of view, not necessarily have to be actually how it is. Everybody is entitled to their own opinion, but we're gonna go through with making a tier list for what currently is playable. I am gonna have for this thing, we're gonna identify Lumen as somebody who is. Ooh, hold on. Apparently, I don't have a sound alert on this. All right, there you go. I had to add my sound alert. All right. This is completely based on my opinion. So Lumen will be the Wind Traveler. Ether will be the Geo Traveler, and there is already a Kazuha somewhere. Uh, yeah. So we're gonna identify this Kazuha and Bidu as the Electro Traveler. Now, obviously, I do not own all the characters. I am basing a lot of this on how I saw them, like, and when I played them in their trial versions, how I think they are affected, and a few, my opinions is based on a lot of videos that I've seen about them. Now, I'm also gonna be ranking differently. So from here, we're gonna separate all the 5 stars. I'm actually just gonna put all the 5 star in the front because the 5 star, I'm gonna be ranking them based on their C0. Um, like, I don't think it's fair to make a tier list of the 5 star being at C6 or anything like that, because then all of them would just be ranked as godlike. So the way I'm ranking this is 5 star characters are on C0. And the 4 star characters are the one that's I'm gonna be ranking as a C6. Meaning, like, how Bennett is technically useless, but at C1 he's already like up there. He's like a must to me and a lot of other people. So did I miss anybody? I'm pretty sure I missed a lot of 5 star here. Um, you're already playable. You're not playable yet. You're playable. Chi-Chi's playable. Kaching is up there. Klee's up there. They got every 5 star already up there. That is Kazuha. And where's Ayaka? Ayaka's already. Alright. So with that said, I'm gonna start off with how my rank is gonna go. So we have Godlike. Godlike is like the absolute must have, in my opinion. They will do great on any pretty much any team comp you throw them in. It's kind of like an Asian ranking, okay? Then we have the above average, which is people that dish out damage, but you have to like build it. You have to like kind of. You don't have to build them, but if you build them, they are ridiculous damage, and we're talking about ridiculous, okay? And most of that above average that I'm gonna be ranking is pretty much just like they're just strong on their own. They not necessarily have to be strong in a team, but I label Galax so like as a team because they're also strong and they're good in pretty much whatever team you throw them in. So average above than average is pretty much strong characters. Uh, average is any character that like you level up. If you level them up and you get them artifacts and the right weapon, they could no they will do damage. They will do what you want them to be. You know, barely usable. Barely usable is the ones that are like no, sorry. Average is where you don't even need to have them like fully leveled or fully artifact, whatever. But they would no, serve their purpose. Barely average, barely usable is what I would rank people that needs that artifact, that needs the certain weapon to even work. Can't even say. I don't even know what to say to that. Can't even say why this character's there. And then you got the don't need to come home. You know, it's just for collection wise. Whatever. Maybe I should change my ranking later on. But for now, we're gonna go with this. And then eradicate. Like, why are you even in the game? So to begin with, we're just gonna throw this chick right there. Alright. I don't like Amber. Amber's the most useless thing in there. I don't know why she just needs a complete rework. With that said, we have an average for the win character. Now, a lot of people would say, hey, I built a main character, I'm a free to play, and I built the win character user. No, like, to me, the win character was useful. Leveling up, fine, but honestly, I think when character is falling off on as far as damage, but it does do what it's supposed to. Like, see, they got their CC, they got their elemental reaction, yada yada yada. They don't, as long as you have them leveled. There's so many options for them to be able to wear any weapon. As far as artifact, viridescent artifact on a win character, it's it's crack. You don't really have to level it up or anything. Now the Geo. The Geo is, I want to say, barely usable to can't say, because Geo character is like, wow, like literally to me you're just somebody who can summon pillar, so I can explore leeway. Never liked the aesthetic of the skills just because of that, but like I don't see him in team fights or see the Geo Traveler. Now the Electro Traveler, I would also rate an average. Now with fully artifact, if you level them up, C6, which I don't know yet because mine's stuck at C3, so I think everyone is. It might go to above average. We'll see. Depends on how the rest of the 2.0. But for now, it's gonna be just an average because it's working what it's supposed to. It's dishing out crazy damage if you build them right, or even if before you build them right, it's just more fun to play. All right, so now we're gonna go with the 5 star. The 5 star, like I said, I'm rating this a C1. Now, Albedo. Initially, I did not even want Albedo. I did ended up Albedo, and I did use them. Oh, sorry. And with the right team comp, like Zongli, remember Albedo's build is defense, so he's like one of the only defense people that actually do damage. So from me saying that, hey, I don't like this. Oh, thanks for the follow. For Gathers, appreciate that. Anyway, so as far as Albedo being useful, I'm ranking him as he's kind of above average, to be honest. But because of the fact that he's a 5 star, I almost want to put him in as an average. That's just for because the gameplay he does do damage, and he is a great support. But as a DPS in itself, I just don't see it. Now Ayaka. Ayaka, I didn't think I was gonna have fun with. I did have Ayaka, and she's amazing, especially with a team comp of a single water user, or even Xingqiu. She, her ult, eh, so if you guys didn't know, the beta version of her ult travels so much slower. Her ult's like harder, like this way. Is it slower, or faster? It's very hard to hit a target during beta seasons for Ayaka, but since they changed her ult, she's more viable. Like it would literally stop where it hits. Like unlike Diluc, when Diluc's ult, the Phoenix just continue on passing by people. It does do some damage if they got carried away, but if you use an ult to attack, let's say a big boss, where they don't get fling off or fling back, the damage stop. Ayaka, no, Ayaka's ult literally stop on the spot unless the boss or the mob moves away. So, and it's continuous damage. It's like, I want to say it's like ridiculous damage, to be honest, especially with water and if it's being frozen at the same time. Oof. I did put her with a new, well, not new, like the ice artifact, and she just overall above average. Like, I'm very happy on how they made her. Diluc. A lot of people would put Diluc as above average, or some will even say godlike, but I never like his playstyle. His playstyle to me is a little questionable, to say. Like I said, I don't really like his ult much, but he does do constant damage. So for constant damage of flame and just, if you have it, like I said, I'm rating this with C0 as 5 stars. He's kind of fallen off. Like, I almost want to say barely usable, but no, he's pretty usable because the combination that I used on him before I had C2, it's pretty ridiculous. Now that I have him at like C2, I would definitely go above average. If I had better effects on him, I may be godlike. But like I said, we're rating it as Z0 for 5 stars. Ganyu. So Ganyu. I do not own Ganyu. I have tried Ganyu. But I've had people let me their account with their build Ganyu on it, and I want to say she's seriously, even it, like, the trials that I did for my friends are, they have Ganyu as C1, but even at C0, I believe she's completely broken. Like, I would say godlike even. Like, I swear to God, if they even rerun Ganyu, I will pull out my wallet and just like completely cash out on it. Like, I need a Ganyu. I want a Ganyu. I must get a Ganyu. Okay. Jean. 5 star healer. A lot of people rate her pretty much like below average. I almost want to do the same thing, but then I leveled her up. Um, and even at C0, she does a lot, like, made my life easier as far as mechanics and her bullying and her aesthetic and the fact that her ult also heals a huge area, and you could create, what do you call that, you could create reaction within the ult. I will put her as average or barely usable. But if you do have a, C3, I believe, or even C1, you can put her in above average. But as a healer, 5 star, I kind of expected 5 star to be like OP healers, like, but she's not. She didn't fit the OP heals, but her auto attack does heal, so she's an average to me. Xiao. I love playing Xiao. Xiao at C1 is already above average. The damage, the capability. The only thing I don't like about him is the fact that he's losing health, which kind of makes sense. It makes him a glass cannon, because if he's not losing health during his ult, then he's probably godlike. Like, he's up there. And even at C1, he's, even if you don't really need constellation on him, he just will decimate. He has dish shots, same amount of damage as my Ayaka, and I build both of my Ayaka and Xiao greatly. So, Mona. Alright, so Mona. I used to think you could just eradicate Mona. She's useless. We don't need her. I hated her story. I hated her, how she looked. But now that I have a team with Ayaka, Mona, Xingqiu, and Diona, I'm actually, I want to say, barely usable. But at the same time, her ult does gives a lot of burst damage. So I'm putting her as average. She's just there. Like, she's just kind of there. She needs a team to work really well, and she needs to be leveled up. And for a 5 star, that sucks. Like, why? Like, there's so many other better 5-star users you can use. Kazuha. I do not own a Kazuha, nor have I tried it with other accounts that already leveled them up. So I might be a little biased. I did skip on a Kazuha banner because I wanted an Ayaka. But based on the video that I've watched, he is also above average. And some people will even argue he's part of the godlike. But if you see who else I put in the godlike, you would know why I'm putting him as above average and not godlike. Like, I believe Kazuha like needs some requirements. Like, he's not just OP to begin with. Unlike these two, they're just OP to begin with. Let's see, Chi-Chi. Now, MTash, who are just actually the last video that I watched, ranked Chi-Chi is low because she's a healer 5-star. Yeah, she does not, but my opinion, Chi-Chi is way different. My opinion, Chi-Chi, she's average. She does give off a no, good heal. And you can use her for traveling, especially in leeway. Like I like um, her passive. One of her passives is to find leeway specialty. To me, that's really big because there's a lot of characters that are from leeway, like needs leeway materials, and those characters are like needed. If you see later, I will have like a lot of characters from leeway. That's pretty much up there. Besides that, 4 or 5-star healer. I almost want to say she's better than Jean. Because you're not stuck in one spot to heal. Actually, because of that, we're gonna move Jean down. I'm sorry, Jean. I love your character, but no, we're moving Jean down because Chi Chi is better healer than you. As far oh, that's kind of hard because auto attack heals or no auto attack heals. It's kind of coming, but yeah. Alright, Kaching. Kaching is my very first 5-star. I literally draw her during the special draw when you get a discounted. And the first 10 draw that I pull for 8 wishes is. I mean, the first 10 for 8 wishes. Uh, it was Noel. And then the second time, I got Kaching. So I got her like very early into the game. Like my gaming. And I loved her. I love her character. I love her dash. I love her capability. I insta smack her with the auto regen crit weapon from the battle pass. But if you asked me this when I first started, I would have said she's godlike. But she had fallen off on damage. She has fallen off even after this. Even when I had crit damage and crit rate on these 3 characters, her damage is just not making it. Like the reaction, even if I had Barbara with her, it came nowhere close to these two. So I would put Kaching as average in that sense. At the same time, for as a 5-star user and a damage dealer, she's just not fit. Like she just don't fit like the whole 5-star scenario. Okay, that's how I rated that. Even Mona's one single ult does more damage. Actually, if I put Mona in there, uh, I might actually end up putting Mona down because they're pretty much going hand in hand together for me. They have that one burst damage. Then we have Zongli. Zongli. At first I thought, hey, it's just a person summoning pillars. Even before I got my C1 Zongli, it is crazy. Like even with just one pillar, like I built with the full HP for a person whose build is full HP. This man would still do damage, like tremendous damage. Not only that, you could throw him in any team and your team would not die because of his shield. Like I almost want to say they should nerf his shield, but no. Let's keep it that way. Zongli is a hot commodity. Leave him be. But if you don't have Zongli, I would honestly say get him. Klee. I've tried Klee on other people's account. I've tried Klee on a C6. I do not own Klee by myself. I've tried her on trials. I gotta say, I don't like how she plays. I don't like how the catalyst thing is working for her. I don't know, something about her was just not right. Like it, she does do damage if she's built right. She's maybe above average, but in my opinion, like as a 5 star, she's pretty much the same thing as these two for damage dealing. Like, is Mono supposed to be build damage? I don't think Mono was even supposed to be build damage. But she's the same level as Kaching. Like, she falls off so hard, in my point of view. Now, Tartaglia. I want to say above average. But the fact that Tartaglia with his cooldown, and remember, we're doing this as C1 for 5 stars and C6 for 4 stars. Tartaglia is falling off. Like, one step behind. I would say he's average because one, he's the first character that we have like not dueling, but his bow ultimate, like that requires you to have a good weapon. To me, a 5 star should not have to require a 5 star weapon. Tartaglia does. His rust build is amazing, but if you want true damage on him, you need the harp, which I don't see no as a 5 star being even there. And then we got Venti. Venti is godlike. I don't care what people say. Venti is someone you just gotta have Venti. Like all around, with even a very decent set, even without the 5 star weapon, if you just have I forgot what the weapon I have on him right now is, stringless. He's decimated people for me. Not only that, his little black hole suck up the small enemies. That black hole could also be affected to the big guys that it doesn't suck up. As long as they don't move away from that black hole, they're getting shredded. The resistance is getting lowered, and if you have Venti like constellated, he's even more he's even more just uh he's just a black hole. Like he's number 13 from My Hero Academia or something. I don't know. But I love Venti. I love how he plays, or she plays, or it plays, since it's, by the lore, technically it's a spirit. Yoimiya. I think it's a glorified Amber. For a 5 star, what's up, Blay? Thanks for the like. For a 5 star, I expected more from her. I haven't borrowed an account where they leveled Yoimiya up, but I can't even say, like, I can't say anything about her. Like, she's just, I almost want to put her like don't need to come home, because literally I don't need her to come home. I'm literally skipping her banner too. But remember, I also put Albedo in the don't need to come home level, but I ended up actually liking him. So that's why I'm putting her as a can't even say. Now we're gonna go with Yula. As far as Yula C0, I I love playing Yula. I love her aesthetic, her character design. But to me, after I leveled her up, and even after getting her like good artifacts and good stats, I'm not saying great. I have her on good stats. She's barely usable to me. Like I thought she was gonna be at least average or above average, physical damage. But if you're comparing with other 4 star, she just falls off. Like Razor, honestly, is better physical damage than Yula. And I didn't even build my Razor as a physical damage. I actually personally build them as electro damage. I might need to change that and actually try out all those guides and views that I've seen of Razor's physical damage. But for a 5 star, she's getting demoted. I'm sorry. Barbara. Controversy of people saying she's useless. Her heal would literally get you frozen if you're fighting. Like a lot of bad things about her. But we're getting to the point where we're ranking 4 stars. Okay, so we're ranking the 4 stars as C6, a top capability, with or without artifacts, or great weapon. If they just have a good weapon, Barbara has a weapon that you can craft. That's one thing. So that already made her average to me. She's free. That already made her average for me. If you manage to get her to C6, she is now an above average. Why? Because to me, that simple C6 revive thing, and it's pretty much the only revive that you can bring in Spiral Abyss. That's crazy. It's just crazy. Like, I love her heals. I love adventuring when she was in my team. Uh, I paired her once with Xiao with full HP build Barbara. Xiao never actually lost HP during his ult. So yeah, I'm putting Barbara as above average. I know a lot of people would say put her barely usable or can't even say, but no, to me she's above average. Bidu, love the aesthetic, but once again, I'm stuck to the point where I haven't played enough of her. I haven't watched enough videos of her. I see her capability in team comp, so I'm gonna keep her as can't even say because I can't really say barely usable because she might end up being there or being even an average. But no, to me she's a C. Bennett. Bennett at C0, I'm already saying he is above average. Not because he does damage, but because of the if you build him with attack and HP, he is literally buffing your whole team during his ult. So, and with C1, remember, we're doing 4 stars with C6. Even at C1, Bennett, this is why I'm putting him in godlike. Like, to ignore the fact of the HP limiter, he just would just dish out damage in any team comp you put him in. Like, he will buff and heal your team. To me, that's crazy. Like, to be able to be thrown in any team, like these 4 characters, with their damage capability or support capability or crowd control. Venice is up there. Like, he's absolute god tier. Chong Yoon. I don't like how he changes. I put an ice weapon on him. I don't like how he changes his auto attack and he does debuff some of your character during his E and his ult. So I want to say barely usable, can't even say, but honestly, he's a person that don't need to come home. If you like playing Cho, fine, but he didn't need to come home. I have him. I have him at C6 because he's always in banners. But even at C6, I don't like how his not aesthetic. I don't like how his gameplay is. It's just not something that I can support. Diona. I used to say Diona is barely usable. Now that I have her on my team, I'm ranking Diona as average. And even maybe even above average because of the shield capability. I haven't like messed around with it so much yet where, her C6 was relevant. I do have her on C6, but she's average to me. Like, you know what? Even with the shield, because of the shield, I was able to remove Zongli out of the team, my current team, because I already finished Zongli. I'm putting her as above average because I think shield characters are OP for some reason. They just prevent damage and completely, other things that it comes with. Fistral. A lot of people are saying, oh, Fistral's damage is an average. No. To me, she's barely usable. Can't even say. Like, I love how Oz work. I build her as attack. I build her as elemental mastery. But something about the electro reaction is just not doing it. Even at C6. Like, I feel like she needs not only good artifacts and good weapons, she also needs freaking good teammates. Hu Tao. Now, I skip Hu Tao, but I have played Hu Tao on other people's account. A lot of people argue that Hu Tao pretty much should be the same level as Xiao. I do not put them at the same level. Yes, Hu Tao does a lot of damage. Yes, Hu Tao is able to heal herself after pretty much taking out her own HP. But are you a healer? Are you what are you? To me, Hu Tao needs to be with Kazuha or Venti. If you're wait, Huta's a 5 star. No? Yeah, Huta's a 5 star. I'm sorry. I totally skipped her. I was about to rate her a C6. No, she's a C0. Yeah, she's definitely average, a C0. Sorry. No. Maybe like above average if you have like C3, C4, I believe, C3 or C4. But she might be able to even be godlike. I need to have more time with her. I hope somebody, one of my friends, will actually be able to level Hu Tao up. But yeah. Kaya. Let's just put who I wanted to be eradicated down at first. That's how it would have been useful. But I'm gonna tell you this right now. Hu Tao, I mean, Kaya, or who I like to call Elsa, he he's actually usable as far as adventuring because of the ice bridge. I mean, now we have other options, so therefore he's gonna be down and can't even. But I'm about to. I got a C1 Sayu recently, and I feel like my next team will include Kaya and Shang Ling and Sayu on it, with maybe Baal. But yeah, I'm gonna put it. Can't say he might go up. Depends on the team comp with Sayu, but as a damage dealer, somebody that I could actually play and have fun with, I'm gonna put. Can't even say on that. Ninghuang. A lot of people love Ninghuang. Hey, there's a shield user that I actually don't like. Her shield sucks, and she needs a weapon. Even at C6, okay, at C6 maybe she can't even say, but like to me, the gameplay of Ninghuang is just falling off. Like she does not attract my attention enough for me to even play her. It's weird because a lot of no, I've seen gameplay where she will actually be an average, even maybe above average because of her damage. But no, to me, she's don't need to come home, even at C6. Noel, that's another thing that don't really need to come home. She will come home no matter what because Mihoyo likes to give us shit. But healing as a healer, as a Geo, like I believe that's why Geo is on a barely usable. The Geo Traveler is because of that. Like there's no good reaction for them. They're getting left out. Even with Zongli, Zongli needs like what C1 or two to have two pillars. And yeah, that would because of that geo reaction, he does more damage. But he don't need that. He don't need geo reaction. He has shield. He has forever shield. Razor. Now Razor, as an Electro user, I would say barely usable. For adventuring, I would say average. For as a DPS of physical damage, definitely above average. Um, Now, is he doing the same damage as these three? No. But as a 4-star, he belongs in above average if you build him as physical damage. But I build him as Electro, so he's kind of just there. Average with capability of like running around and limitless to, you know, search the area. Uh, what is this lady? Oh, Sucrose. Sucrose is one of those people that I never actually played myself. I have seen build of Sucrose. I totally believe that she is considering she's an alternative for Venti, and which is one of the greats. I think she belong her spot in above average. I want to say that like she's average to me because I don't play her, but because of C6, she is average, like above average. Her crowd control, her just capability of swirls. It's amazing. If you guys don't level up, you should level her up. It's just one of those things that you need trying out to even like. And she's a catalyst. If you notice, I don't really like a lot of catalysts except like what Barbara. Where's the rest of my catalysts? Catalyst there, catalyst there. Oh god. Anyway, Shang Ling. She used to be average to me. When she was first introduced, I really wanted to get her, but it's fallen off too. She's one of those people that I don't use anymore. Like I said, my build with Sayu would consist of Kaya and Shang Ling. So these two might go up on next batch once I got the DPS that I want for the team comp that I'm building them in. But for now, she's barely usable to me. Alright, so we have Shang Ling. Shinchu, sorry. Shinchu, a lot of people put him in God, like they make you like seem like you need him. To me, even running Ayaka, he's at best above average. He does dish out so much damage for a 4-star. And even at C6, and if you build him right, even in HP build, I believe his damage are increasing. Everything about him increases. So yeah, I would say above average. At first, my initial thought of him was barely usable, but after having some time playing him, watching more videos on how his gameplay is and how his capability with Ayaka is, yes, I would put him as above average. This person, never interested in playing, never watch any of the video. She's just something that I I should put it and can't say because I shouldn't be giving that reaction to somebody. Maybe yeah. So we're gonna put her in can't say. Can't say is when I feel like they could go up, but they don't deserve to be down here. So we're gonna put her in can't say until I actually have played her. Rosaria. She's fan art. She does. I like her attacks. I like how fast her damage is. But at the same time, I'm not interested in her damage. I'm not interested in playing her as much. So barely usable. I don't want to say can't say because I did spend quite some time with her, like her animation and stuff. But I do. It's something that I did wanted to come home, so she don't belong there. I don't think she needs to be eradicated. I think she just needs a good artifact and weapon. Yanfei. Uh, I want to say Yanfei is almost as close for Ninghuang. But I don't have enough, like, experience with Yanfei to put her to the don't come home list. So we're going to put her in the can't say. Now, Sayu. Oh my god. This lady. For C4, she's already average. I mean, not C4, C1. She's, C, for sorry, for 4 stars, she's already average. The amount of not even damage, but elemental reaction and healing she does, especially once you get her C1. Remember, we're doing 4 stars with C6. She's above average to me. Like, I only have her at C1, but my god, I'm already excited on playing her with Baal and Kaya and Shang Ling. I feel like those four, I feel like Sai's gonna end up there. Strongling's gonna end up being average, and Kaya's gonna be barely usable. Like I feel like everybody would just go up one time because of that fact. Now Baal is not playable yet, and just if you look at my chart, both of the both of the archons are up there. They're a godlike. They deserve their spot to be godlike. So I have a feeling that once she's out and we actually see her actual damage and how her gameplay ultimately will be, she will be up here. I have no doubt that she will be up here with the other two. Like the Adeptus even are higher ranking. Like I almost want to put Xiao up there, but like I said, Xiao needs a healer to even be. You can't just shield him. He needs someone else with him to be valuable and indestructible. That's why Xiao's down there. But right now, we're gonna put the rest of these people in the can't say because we can't rank them down, but we can't rank them good either. So that's pretty much it, guys. That is ultimately my ranking currently for 2.0. Hope you enjoyed this short little stream. I will post it in YouTube in 24 hours, and I'll see you guys next time. Peace.